The whole arrangement, I find to just be really interesting so far. It's a very lopsided sort of what rhythm they really want you to focus on. It's very unique. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Low End University. Blackjaw is from Hot Water Music's first full-length studio album, Fuel for the Hate Game, released in 1997. Now, a question I've gotten asked quite a lot is, how do you make a statement like, where has this band been all my life, and then never come back to them again on the channel? Well, I have to confess, I've cheated on you all. Seriously, after I did that video, I went to Spotify and just started listening. I needed more. That song was so impactful, I was texting it to people. Turns out, two of my good friends here in town, shout out to Andy Clark, Jim Reed, are huge Hot Water Music fans. I had no idea all this time. They even have tattoos of the band. If that tells you anything. They've turned me on to some songs from 2002's Caution. And all in all, I needed to let that settle a bit, and when I circled back to your requests, I needed to find something from an album I didn't touch yet, and that's their first one. So without further ado, I'm excited to return to Hot Water Music and check out the song Blackjaw for the first time. Let's do it. Kind of a jazzy ride cymbal pattern. What a dynamic intro. This sort of jazzy ride pattern, it establishes that swung feel. And it was just long enough to where it almost felt like it was bringing me down and just going to kind of ease in. At the last second, it just crescendoed and bam, just almost came right into like a chorus with these two vocal lines complementing and contrasting each other, like the dual vocal thing. What an interesting intro. I want to go back and start maybe a little bit into that ride cymbal thing, because the bass is like, it's like running some sort of arpeggio. It's just not really stopping as the chords change under it. Then you have the vocals on top of it. There's just a lot going on. What an entrance. Okay. Let's go into that again. Done, bud. It almost sounds like an open D string sort of. I don't think he would keep playing the open D when the chord goes up to E, because it's D, E, F sharp, walks it back down. So it's like a. Maybe it goes to the E. Then I hear a little walk back down to D, like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But the phrasing is so bizarre. I'm trying to kind of find the rhythm in there. What a quirky but cool bass line, and very bold. Okay. Quirky. Down to B. This is full of surprises already. This quirky rhythm sort of little break going back into, I'm going to assume that may be the chorus. They went to the B major there, which is might be a different out of key chord. I don't know, a lot of stuff happening here. I could hear the bass tone a little more isolated for a second. Right here. Yeah. Little fill there. Yeah, there's two vocals. The whole whole arrangement, I find it just be really interesting so far. They're in a swing feel, so when you kind of ignore the subdivision of that bass part, you just feel the chords. Kind of has this waltzy feel to it. And then when you zoom in closer, you have this oddly phrased bass part. I still don't know exactly some of those inner notes, but it's a very lopsided sort of what rhythm they really want you to focus on. It's very unique. That 3 feel is powerful here. Love that first inversion D happening there. And all it's really doing is just causing the power chords in the guitar to just rub a bit more. Because they're going from the G, just walking down that bottom note to F sharp. So it's basically this reversed, put the third back down here. Common chord, but it just gives it a crunchier sound. And the bass is inverting it too. It's going down to the F sharp. So really thick, crunchy sound. Right there. Wow. Really melodic now. What a lyrical bass line happening there. This song, the structure's interesting too. I feel like we had 2 choruses, a couple little tags or rhythmic breaks, and now we're in this interlude. Was there ever really a verse? And it doesn't matter. Like, a cool song structure is a cool song structure, but now we have this lyrical, waltzy bass line. Almost has that kind of Pachelbel's canon thing going on. They're not quite going 1-1-6-5-4, but it has that kind of feel. It's just fucking catchy. I'm going to that section. What is happening? This is very cool. Woo! This is going in places I just did not expect. And so if I had to really tally it up, how many Hot Water Music songs have I heard? I would say probably 10 to 12. I listened to a good bit of Existor. My pals showed me Trusty Chords, Remedy, maybe a couple of others from the Caution album. They were very vocal about being a big fan of that one. So other than that, I don't really know too much else. And like bass-wise, Trusty Chords, Remedy, amazing songwriting. There just wasn't a ton of bass stuff. And a lot of you guys in the comments were referencing this album, so that's why I picked one from it. But this has gotten really a bit proggy in a way. Just the bass and the guitar going up and doing some of these arpeggios together. It's got a bit of Maiden. It's got a bit of Rush. I made the Rush comparison when Jason Black kind of ripped that fill and dragged my body. It immediately reminded me of that tone-wise as well. But this is like a cool Maiden interlude or something, you know. It's just this waltzy thing. It's almost like Metallica's Orion too, you know. And I love stuff like that, especially when the bass does it alongside the guitar and they're making little contrapuntal melodies with each other. Let's go into that section again. This is full of surprises for a 3 minute, 13 second track. Okay. Where'd that section start? Go back. And it comes so naturally out of this waltz part. Just nice stuff happening here. Well, that was a very unexpected listen, I have to say. Going to their first album, I expected it to be maybe simpler, more raw, because I've heard songs that were simpler than this later in their catalog. But this was a very surprising listen. I don't know what to make of it. The song structure is very bizarre, but what I do know is that I can just sense that there's context within the songs maybe around it, because to me, if I had to think back to what I just heard, it felt like the second half of one song and the first half of another, but in one song. We had this kind of brick wall in your face chorus thing, and then they just kind of jammed on it with this beautiful melodic, again, kind of canon and D swing thing with arpeggios and dual melodies happening. Very clear bass tone. I mean, just didn't expect this. Just what a hell of a band. I stand by what I said. They've been full of surprises at every turn, and I have to resume my exploration through them and not cheat on you guys anymore and keep you in the loop. That's what we do here on the channel. But wow, Blackjaw by Hot Water Music. If you want to support the channel further, come find us on Patreon. This album is definitely going on a full album poll. We vote on those each month, and I do a full album breakdown, 90 to 120 minutes long. They've been a blast. And you should come join us and hang out with the community. And if you'd like to learn from me as well, I have bass lessons, music theory lessons, tons of resources over there. If you do play, and if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you're subscribed. I love you all. We'll see you in the next one.